Hello everybody, so we're going to be continuing on with the grind. What does it mean? Something's wrong with the encoding preset. Don't give me that garbage. It shouldn't be. It'll start doing this to me now, game. Right, just give me a moment while I turn the sound back on for the game. It's not coming through, what? Oh, there we go. That's coming through. So, I've been up since like 10 this morning. Waiting all day for the package that was supposed to come. Still not come yet. But they're back now, so I apologise for not being able to stream. I've sat there all day. There's nothing I can really do about it at the end of the day. Just really sucks. I'm sorry I broke your promise to you saying I'd stream for much longer today. But unfortunately, that happened, so... What can I do, really? Could have been streaming the whole entire time and it wouldn't have came. But... Anyway, we got a new team to sort out now. So we'll be working on them. I do have a podcast tonight because I did get it confused if anybody was watching yesterday and tunes in. I did get a little bit confused. I thought it was Tuesday, my podcast this week, but now it's today instead. So around 9 o'clock-ish, which is in about 4 hours and on from now. I will be having to stop streaming because I'm going to be doing the podcast, and because I've been up so early, I'm already tired. What am I doing? My brain's just not working. Dailies. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Wasting time. Like a dum-dum. Right. Let's go do these quests. Remember, I said it before and I'll say it again, always do your dailies, it's so important. At least the ones that I do are, the other ones not so much. When you get to a point that doing those for the XP potion you get aren't worth it. But the Tetris box are 100% worth it. They enable you to make your Digimon much stronger by unlocking more slots for you to use in your Tetris cubes. It makes a world of difference. And you also get some skill cubes. Can't say no to that. Always do your dailies, everybody. However many you have that you can do up to, do them. Figure out which ones are the quests that you don't want to do, such as like I have, which is the stuff where you kill a certain amount of Digimon and whatnot because the rewards just aren't worth it. Just make sure that you do the ones that you want to do. If you don't want to do those, then don't do the kill quests, you know. But you must do the Tetris box ones. So what you can do, like I have, is I've basically left the quests, kill quests, alone, not touching them, right? That way I don't have to worry about selecting the wrong side quests every day, you know? So I just have the ones that give me Tetris spots, which means I could be done with dailies in about 10 minutes, you know? And then start playing the game. Because honestly, the XP potions that you get, by the time you finish doing that quest, you get more XP from just fighting better mobs for more experience. Earlier, I suppose it's more useful to you because you find stuff around your level. But late game wise, it's a waste of time. It really is. By the time it takes me to get that XP potion for like 6,000, I could have done say about 10 to 15 fights and way more experience. So yeah, hang on, I've missed 2 actually. I was too busy rambling on talking that I didn't even pay attention to the amount I picked up. That's that one. What one did I miss? There it is, that one. Okay, I understand now. There we go. Oh, I should have gone up to the top of Infinite Mountain instead and grabbed that one and then come back here to finish this one after. Oh well. In fact, let's do that and come back because this is where we will be grinding. We just need to... Actually, no, we need to come down here anyway. Just to get this to happen. Now they've appeared. Selectable. Yeah, eventually I will grind these up as well, but we'll see whether I get that done today or not. Right. We'll leave this one for now. We'll do the other 2 and we'll come back here and grab the one at the bottom as we go to grind on the back of them. Yeah. Better position, there we go for the chat. I've missed one, Anna. Yeah, because I got distracted. Which reminds me, I should probably check my restream's definitely working, right? So let me just check that is happening. Hello. See if it comes through on my restream because that's important. Yep, it's coming through. Beautiful. Okay. So to be sure. Just turn the volume for the music down in the game real quick. There we go. Make some adjustments. Now I will be having to take a break and get food at some point because I'm not eating today. Don't know how long that's going to be, mind you. Kaboom. There you go, my friend. Doing that one. Boom. Okay, I got a message off YouTube. Interesting. I got an email off YouTube about apparently an error or something. Give me a moment. Sorry, I apologize. I really do. Review your YouTube video for... Edit. Highlight will let you know that video processing issue may have affected some of your videos uploaded before March 2020. It's just that since you made one take. How have you messed up a video that was like 10 years ago? What? Okay, okay. Weird YouTube. But okay. So apparently a video that was uploaded 10 years ago, there's some processing issues with it all of a sudden. Don't understand how that works, but okay. Apparently I might want to edit the video or something, so I'll have to have a look at that later. Well, that was just completely strange. It really, really were. Almost done. Boom. What we're doing is that one. Oh no, wait, no. Don't do this again where I forget to hand it into Digimon. Come on now, that'd be a bad example. So I've done that a few times lately, and it'd be good if I didn't, you know? Right. There we go. Let's go get our lovely bits and bobs. Go search the other lantern. That's this area done. That's all of them done. Aside from the daily event quest, which I'll get done while I'm fighting the Bakamon, of course. So I'm fighting 50 of them while I level these guys to 43, trying to get the drop for the rift item, so it will be fine. There we go. Got our Tetris blocks, got some skill cubes. Hell yeah. Like 26 doesn't seem like a lot, but give that 10 days, it's 260. That's one of your Digimon's like third slots unlocked and the first one. So always do them, trust me. I'm not too sure which skill I've maxed on who. So second skill on you. Second skill on you. Second skill on you. Actually works out. Hell yeah. Nice. How dare you? Ah, that's disappointing. You had to miss. Okay, take it. Very nice. The Andromon's just really weak, but really tanky. So, he'll do well being the tank for the group. Plus he's Varus as well, so we don't get an advantage on him. So that's always a bonus, of course. Hello! How you doing? You having a good day? Right, we are low on SP, so Digimon up and down to get all our stuff back. There we go, now we can go for our attacks. So playing Naraka while listening to you. Okay, fair enough. Feel free. Hopefully I can keep you entertained. Naraka a good game? I never played it. Nice, nice. Good that you're playing a game that you're enjoying. Battle Royale with martial arts instead of guns. Ah, okay. I played a Battle Royale game in a long while. Switched to DSR after a couple of games. Fair enough, fair enough. How far into the game are you? Ah, you're in Final Valley then. Nice, nice. You're quite far in then. Honestly, the main issue I have right now is, my, Tyrannomon's attacking like 3 times every bloody fight, so it runs out of SP so quick. Nice. Just want to jump the queue. This is my main account? Yeah. I did go through the game on another account, but this is my main account now. This is the second account, and basically, yeah, I've pretty much turned it into my main at this point. I don't really go on my old account anymore. Not only that, not only did I get better digis on it, this was basically a season 2 when I switched to this character, so I decided to go through the game again, basically, with this character. You know, it was basically season 2 of my playthrough of the game. So, essentially, this ended up becoming the main because, you know, I'm trying to help people gauge what to do, where to go from, what stages and whatnot, you know, what I learned originally. Through playing the game on my first account, basically, putting that knowledge to use. I mean, it wasn't perfect, because, like, even I know I made some mistakes. I know I made some mistakes when it came to, some information I did give out because things were a bit different back then, you know? But for the most part, it's been much better information than my last character because obviously I was learning the game on my old character. But yeah, on this account I basically got a Vmon egg like 3 days in. So I don't remember. Between 3 and 8 days in. I wanted to see which account basically got the best start, so I would see what Digimon I get at the start, hatch some Digimon and see what I get. And that would determine which account I would choose to start on. But this account, well this character on this account, got a Vmon egg within like 8 days of the account being made, so I was like, this is my main account. Yeah, Vmon is definitely great Digimon. Shows its Digivolutions. Now I've got X Vmon, so I've got Aero Digimon at the moment, but I've got an egg that's currently been hatched for X Vmon that I'll be forced Digivolving into using the Champion Selector. You can get one guaranteed from Cherrymon. Once you beat the story, you can start trading items into Bancho Leomon. You give him stuff, he gives you a leaf currency every day you save up. You can buy a Vmon egg. So if you don't get one from the tree, you can always get one that way. That's how I got my second Vmon egg. Because obviously I got lucky getting it from the baby tree on the baby island. So I really do want an Impmon though, so I feel you on that one, because I got Doremon, but, you know, I've not had the money to spend on enough crowns to buy, like, a ton of trees like I did with Doremon, you know? So, unfortunately, yeah, the more story that gets added, the longer you have to go till you can start doing that. I mean, I got through the game in 12 days up to story part 1, so, you know, easily you could get there in, if you had the time to play, of course. You know, that made a difference, having a lot of time to play. Well, basically, I got through the story up to Human Story World Part 1 in like 12 days or something. Don't quite remember off the top of my head. Honestly, if you just go to the right spots and grind, you know, it makes knocking out the main story quests a lot easier. But I need to update some of my guides at the end of the month as well in the game, so I can, you know, tell people new information and things like that. Improve some old ones. But I do have a leveling guide if you need places to go grind and whatnot. There is a grind spot that I didn't mention in my video, as I forgot, but you're in that section. Is the last quest in the last current map? Yeah, in the last current map, unfortunately. When you get to Shogun's Gekimon's Palace, you can grind on the Digimon to like level 75, and you'll be able to get through the quest a lot easier. Because you're in the area where you get the Shogun Gekimon's Palace. You fight the level 70 Digimon up to upstairs, and get 75 that way. And you shouldn't have an issue getting through the rest of the story up to the human world at least. Then I'd probably grind on the Mon there, the human world. So you get to a good level you're confident with, and then carry on pushing through. Honestly, I'm thinking about maybe just trying to get more strength blocks on this guy. No, I needed books, didn't I, from the Ice Mountain. I forgot to farm them yesterday when it was open. Oh, dear. See, I don't get this, because the game volume, I have it down on like 10 on my PC. Is that better? It's just so weird. My mic should be picking me up more than the game volume if my PC's on like 10 volume. I don't know what that's all about. I mean, I never changed my settings, so I don't get how one day I'm fine to be heard and another day I'm just not. It just makes no sense. Oh dear, I forgot to heal up my Andromon like a dum-dum. Oh well, I guess I'll have to use one of these. You hate how they made the Digis random like Digimon World. I actually kind of like the RNG aspects. Personally, at first, when you get further in the game, it can get annoying when you keep getting the same Digi over and over. So I actually enjoyed it at first. It's a little bit annoying now because sometimes it just ruins what I'm trying to get. But it's not too bad. It'd be nice if they gave us an option to change it. Well, when you get further in the game, you can reduce that to 4 days, I think. Yeah, you can reduce that down to 4 days. Because you'll be able to farm the better toys from Ice Mountain here. Why am I trying to leave this area? I don't know. I'm being dumb. My brain's just not functioning right now. Properly. The thing that annoys me more so about hatching the Digibabies is mainly the fact that your fruits, you can feed them nothing but strength and speed, for example, and they could end up getting... my brain just went blank. Why's my brain being a pain today? Oh yeah, you give your Digibabies nothing but strength and speed fruits, and you might not even get only strength and speed because every Digimon has a base 5 stat total thing on the bloody stupid Digibaby Island. I mean, it shows you the chances for them, but some Digibaby eggs just have so many options. And honestly, like, it says it's all equal, but I've had so many of the same Digimon and Sun Digimon I've just not gotten at all. They could definitely do with a baby selection. You got 2 Hawkmon, 2 Agumon, and 2 Patamon. Well, that's actually a good thing. If you can get Metal Greymon, you can sacrifice it for a piece for the Machinedramon, which you need to actually do. So you have a spare Agumon you can pass up. Machinedramon and Machinedramon are both very great Digimon. Machinedramon even better. Just because it's vaccine and light, and so many of the virus enemies are weak to light in the story. I have no idea on Hawkmon, I've not used one, but Machinedramon is definitely great if you can get one. Piximon's one of the strongest data ultimates as well. So you actually got some good Digimon there, but I understand when you earlier on into the game you want more different types of Digimon, you know? So I get that it's annoying. But you do have some great options there. I mean, War Greymon's also the strongest vaccine mega in the game at the moment as well. So, you have the potential to get a really great Digimon. I mean, a Kilomon could turn into Sylphimon if you get a Tailmon. Ring. And a spare Tailmon to pass up. I do have almost all the Digis I would need besides the Salamon. Yeah, Salamon is one of those ones that you really want to get when you can. Absolutely great. Andromon, just amazing. Digivolve up and down, need to get SP back. Agumon, Beamon, and Gabumon, nice. Yeah, definitely a great team for sure. So when Gabigol's Mega switching for one of the Patamons, yeah, because it will become a data. But definitely a fantastic data to have. Very fast as well. Hello, Takiza. Nice to see you too. Having a good day? Ooh, we got a crit. Nice. Take them down. Don't know about you, my Varus team is stat low. Varus Digis is all I get. I've got a lot of viruses as well. I've got probably more viruses than I do datas and vaccines, honestly. I get viruses so often. But I do have 2 great Lady Devamon with like 60% strength on them right now. Just noticed I'm playing on the second server when I was in the first. Is it fine or should I switch my server and restart the game? Honestly, that's a choice you need to make. See, there's more people on server 1, so you have more people to interact with. There's more English communities on server 1. So if you do decide to switch, my advice would be, honestly, what I did. Make characters on server 1, see which one gives you the best start, and then decide to use that team. So, your Digimon are already level 50. So like I said, that's a choice you need to make. That's what I said. If you decide to change, those are the benefits you get. But honestly, it's whether you can do the one, level into 50 again and whatnot. Whether you are willing to do that. It does feel intimidating. It does suck. But it's honestly up to you. I mean, the majority of English speakers and Korean players are obviously in server 1. You'll find English speakers in server 2 and whatnot, it's just less people are in it. But there is things like guilds and stuff, and they'll eventually start making group content for guilds to do. So honestly, it's up to you, like I said. Do what you feel you're willing to and what you feel is right. Because I know the pain of starting again, because this is a second character. I've been there. But if you are going to, get your random Digimon, and get your Digimon to at least champion. Get your free Digi-Egg and whatnot on each of your characters, and decide which one you think has the best start and potential to get you the furthest, fastest. That's what I would do if I did decide to switch to another server. Yeah, it'll give you more chances, yeah. So honestly, yeah, it's up to you. Unfortunately, there's no server transfer. That'd be nice if you could do that. It's whether you're willing to accept the time that you've used up and realise you're going to lose that. But due to having more knowledge, you'll be able to get to that point faster now. Does that make sense? Because you can use your experience from before and be like, well, I know what to do now. And you'll do things better than you did the first time. I mean, if you find someone called Josmer on server 1, he's very knowledgeable about the game, has an English community Discord that I'm in, and very helpful people. They'll help you out if you have questions. Very great group of people. So bear that in mind if you do switch. It did feel a lot better for me when I switched servers, because I was originally on server 4 on my old character, and it was practically dead. You didn't see anybody around, and it was a lot... It felt just so empty. When I switched to server 1, I was seeing people running around all the time. It felt a lot more exciting. It's actual people, you know? It's not just me running around in an empty world by myself, seeing a person like every... you know, few hours or something. Well, again, I don't know how populated server 2 is. You might actually have a decent amount, just not as many as server 1, so... Yeah, I understand. It's a big decision to make. See, it doesn't matter whether I say you should or not at the end of the day. It's something that you need to decide, because it's whether you're willing to sacrifice that time you spent and try again. It's a big decision, especially if you spent time on that account already and you've done a bunch of things. It's a big decision. Just do what you think is best for you. We'll play with people and see them around, but I don't want to do everything again. Yep, that's it. That's the thing. Is Sneemon good? I've never had a Sneemon, so I honestly couldn't tell you, but what I will say is every Digimon is pretty much viable in this game. Will get you through the story. I don't know if Sneemon has an ultimate or a mega yet, sorry. But every Digimon can get you through the game. It's just some are better at it than others, obviously. Hello, Semi. Welcome to a stream. You having a good day? I mean, I'm interested to see what Sneemon turns into. The only two Digimon I say are terrible in this game is Puppetmon and Parasimon, because they have stats as a Mega that are basically the same as an Ultimates. Yeah, Sneemon, proper cool. Does look proper sick. Who knows? Might turn into. Actually, I don't know. I've never seen the Sneemon line in Digimon, so I don't know what it might turn into. Well, the design definitely looks awesome. Sneemon is a prey mantis Digimon. It's basically a prey mantis. Think like Cypher from Pokemon, but much cooler. You know? That's just the best visual way I can explain the Digimon. For a comparison. Yeah, it really does, really does. I mean, Sneemon may even turn in... I don't know if he'll turn in Quagamon, actually. Hang on, let's have a little look, shall we? Let's have a little... Grandis Quagga. I was thinking that, but... I don't know. its ultimate would have to be Akuamon then, right? But I don't know if Sneemon turns into Akuamon. Let's see. I mean, even on the wiki, there's no defined, guaranteed Digivolution that it says. Could turn into Dual Beamon, yeah, potentially, yeah. Definitely something to think about. I'm very curious now. I really want to know who it turns into. Duel is ultimate, yeah, but Sneemon's champion. So, I think she... Isn't Sneemon a champion? I'm pretty sure it is. So, champion up to ultimate. Yeah. Good work. Well, actually, it depends where you're from. Because Japan has things... I think it's Japan... has things a little bit different. So, we say you got champion and ultimate. But Japan says it differently. I can't remember what the correct way they say it. But they have it differently. So, ultimate with Mega. Because, you know, you've got Mega Seadramon and then Metal Seadramon, right? So, Mega is ultimate in Japan, I think. Essentially. And, I don't know what Megas are for Japan. What we call, Megas anyway. I don't quite remember. But we do have different terminology that we like to use. That's more of a Western thing where we say ultimate and then Mega. Let's see. Let's have a look. How does Japan determine Digivolution's system? Don't see any info on it. I'm trying to see if I can find any info on it. Mega Digivolution is ultimate evolution. But I can't seem to find what they class as Mega in Japan. So, hang on. Is Digimon what is Japanese name for the final evolutionary stage? Super Ultimate. The Japanese equivalent of Ultra, which you've only seen in the West been Cyber Sleuth, as it was locked behind legal issues surrounding Magna Digimon V-Tamer, armed with a few Digimon, including the Ultra Stage Digimons of Arcadimon and Daemon, Ulfos, Futuremon, which is Ultra Stage, as well as the weakened versions of Magna Digimon Dominion, presumably Chaosmon, as well as a few others. If you meant the Japanese name of Mega, it's Ultimate, and Ultimate is Perfect. So Perfect Digivolution is Mega for Japan. Right. I thought it was, because Digivolve into champions. You know, in the thing is where we got the ultimate being the next stage from the song, basically. Yeah, basically adult, yeah. Well. So yeah, Sneemon turning into Dual Beamon could definitely happen. Potentially is an option. I mean, I'd imagine Sneemon turns into Okuamon potentially. If it was gonna become a Grand Quagamon. Because I could definitely see it. Have I tried PvP? No, I have not. I am nowhere near, in terms of account progress, to have Digimon strong enough to attempt PvP yet. Like, you basically need your Digimon with perfect 4% stat blocks in all the slots, a good team, different types. You know, obviously you need your vaccine, your virus, and your data. You need to know which Digimon are probably the best to use and have those all basically dolled up with all the stuff you need. Which is... that's a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of bits to spend to try and get your Digimon perfect. I mean, I did actually fight somebody on server 4 for fun. They challenged me to a little battle. There was a point where some dude noticed I was grinding my rookies up inside of server desert, right? And he kept trying to run at me because we both had PvP on. He kept trying to run at me, try and force me into a fight while he had Megas out. So then what did I do? Well, I managed to lose him and get away from him, hide from him, went to my island, pulled out my Megas, and I kicked his ass. I did that on stream. I was like, yeah, it's not so fun when you try and pick on the little guy, is it? And funnily enough, like, he was just like, most of his Digimon weren't even level 80 and stuff like that. It was just like, why were you trying to force me into a fight? Well, I had to teach him the lesson. Because having PvP on gives you a permanent 10% XP increase. So as long as you have PvP turned on, you'll get a bonus 10% XP whenever you kill Digimon. But what some players will try and do is they'll try and snipe you. They'll find you at a spot where you're grinding a low level and they'll pull out their strongest Digimon and they'll run at you and force you into a fight. Or they'll tag you while you're AFK and you're not allowed to actually put in inputs and fight back. So they get a guaranteed win. And unfortunately, that's just something some people do, you know. How did I get the wings? Cast shot. I feel like it's really dumb Renamon exists while Guilmon is not there. I mean, yeah. But I reckon Guilmon will be coming soon. The reason why I say that, because, let's see, we had Terriermon. Recently in the game. We've now got Impmon. We've got Renamon. The only Digimon, we've got Devidramon. But we've had that for, like, the longest time. They could turn into Cyberdramon. I reckon they're starting to bring out some of the Tamers Digimon. I think that's what they're doing. So I reckon within the next few months, afternoon, Fox, we'll probably get Guilmon in the game. I just hope it's not a cast tree Digimon like Doromon and Impmon was. Look, you best believe I'll be getting me a Guilmon. When that comes out, I'll definitely be getting me that. Right, I really need to Digivolve up and down here. Head to PvP debacle. Do you even get anything from PvP as a reward for winning? Depending on how high you climb on the ladder, you get rewards. I'm not too sure what those rewards are. Don't ask me because I've not done PvP. But essentially, there's supposedly rewards for it, so... yeah, I use PvP for the XP buff as well. The reason why I don't have it on right now is just purely due to the fact that I'm, you know, trying to get as many fights in while in the level ranges. So it's actually better for me to not have the XP buff on so I can actually fight more for increased drop chance. Have I fought 50 Digimon? I've fought 50 Digimon by now, right? I got messed up. I went to the wrong fast travel point. It's all the way up there. Silly me. Yeah, the Blue Baby's Vmon. You get it as a baby, then you turn it into in training, and then you turn it into rookie. So 6 days or 4 days if you have the better toys to get it to rookie, but I advise taking your time with it and getting the blue bar to 100% so you get the best stats on your Vmon. I'd focus on strength and speed, honestly. So use your bananas if you have them. If you don't, use oranges just for the strength. Try and get 12% or 14% strength on your Vmon. Right. Oh no, what am I doing? No, I'm not supposed to level it yet. I'm supposed to go down the mountain first. My brain. He tried to max his food bar. Not his food bar. I'll show you what I mean. Let me go to Digibaby Island for you. So, basically, you're trying to get this bar to say 100%. When that says 100%, you have a 100% chance to imprint stats onto your Digimon, basically. That's what that means. So, the issue that I have with the Digibaby Island is I can fill it full of pure strength and speed fruits. But because it has a base 5 in every single stat, it's the same for every baby in training Digimon. Basically, there's a chance you're going to get those stats instead of the actual stats you're using the fruit for to get, which annoys the hell out of me. But essentially you want this 100% so you guarantee imprint stats onto them. Which is how you can get Digimon like this with 12% base stats. And I've got another 15 from obviously the Tetris cubes. But it started off with 12%, 12%. This one's also a 12%, 12%. Base start. So I'd fill that up first before turning it into a rookie. The reason I'm not feeding my baby Digimon right now is purely due to the fact that I'm just getting this daily out the way, and one of the daily tasks is to feed your baby Digimon 5 times. So that's why I'm not feeding them right now. I'm getting the task done. When it gives me that objective, I'll do it, and then, you know, I'll feed the rest of them. I mean, my first Vmon came out with 12% strength, and sadly didn't get the speed it was supposed to get. It only got like 7 or 8%, sadly, because I ended up getting stats in other places, which upset me, of course, because I gave my Vmon nothing but the right fruits I wanted for it, and still got screwed over, unfortunately. But it's just part of the game. I mean, you can correct your stats you get from the Digibaby Island with 0 units later on in the game. And while going through the game. So, if you go over to Elite Command, you can actually change some of your stats to something else. But it's completely RNG, whatever stat you're going to get. And you mostly want 4%. Because you want to get at least 14% is the maximum you can get in a stat. 12% is what you should aim for speed, probably. If you can get it. But if you can't, just get what you can, essentially. But I'd only really advise doing that on a Digimon that you definitely want, and if you're not trying to make Evolutors to get Mega Digimon. So... Mardy, have you been, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Have you been doing your crafting while you've been leveling? Because if not, I seriously advise getting your crafting leveled while you're leveling your Digimon and stuff like that, because you need at least 100 and odd to be able to use the Evolutor recipe in the Human World Part 1, so you can actually get more Mega Digimon. Right, now I've got to start your attacks 5 times. That was the wrong one, not supposed to be the basic. Five. 2 more times. Hopefully we get level 7. I'll take it if I can. There we go. Sadly didn't. Okay. And then now I need to feed my baby Digimon 5 times. My day's going... Well, I was supposed to be streaming for longer today, but I got dropped on me that I have to stay awake for a package that was supposed to come today. I was up at 10 o'clock in the morning, waiting all day, and it still hadn't come by 4 PM, which is annoying me because obviously I promised I would stream for longer. But I didn't have any choice, unfortunately, so... Unfortunately, it was just how it were. What the right fruit is, the right fruit, yeah. But aside from that, it's been going alright. No players those demon wins, even players that way low level than me. Because they bought them from the cash shop. That's why. Yeah, basically, the wings are in the cash shop, right here. So that's where people are getting the devil wings from, basically. Right, Andromon, where are you at? Come here, thank you. The only issue I have right now is the chat's kind of obstructing my screen a little bit for where the right fruit are that I need to use. Yeah, that's where I got mine from as well. Yeah? Right. Unfortunately, I do need to go and eat my food, so I'll be taking a 10-15 minute break. Yeah, people are selling them for a good amount. So let me just feed my babies, get that out the way. There you are, little guy. Got some nice lovely nanas for you. Strength and speed is what we need. I'll do lovely. More nanas. We're at 81%, fair enough. Right, so yeah, I need to go get my food. I'll be back once I've eaten. But yeah, I'll be back. Apologise, everybody. Okay, just give me a moment. We'll get back to the game in just a second. I just finished eating my tea. Yeah. Pardon me. Just give me a moment. And then we'll get underway. Right. Let's go. Digimon Super Rumble. Back to the game. Okay, I'm back. So the weird thing that I never got was there was like, there's 1 out of 3 when it comes to the trees, right? And there's 4 out of 5 baskets. I can never open a 5th basket, and I can never get a 2nd tree. Like, well, I could get a 2nd tree. I mean, I couldn't get like a 2nd tree placed down besides the starting one and one more. So I guess now that you got the Tree of Gluttony, now you can technically fill that to 3 out of 3 in terms of the amount of trees you can have. But I've never been able to get 5 baskets. I don't know what the plan for that is that they have in mind. Right. Anyway, we did do the feeding of the baby Digimon, so we get our free rift detector for the day. Let's go grab it. Hell yeah. Hello, Janai. Very good. New detector. That's what we love to see. Honestly, I feel like the basket should let you hatch more, in my opinion. I reckon it should be at least 4 or 5 before it disappears. But yeah, they do disappear after a few uses. At least I think it's 3. It might be 4 already. I think it might be 4 that it disappears. I think it's 3 though. I'm not too sure. Can't quite remember. But I mean, it does help. Up and down the valley. Yeah. I forgot to do the ice mountain yesterday, so unfortunately I can't get these snap books, which I really need. So I need to, at some point, find the next day they're available and farm them, because I want to get some stat books so I can properly sort out my Metal Tyrannomon. Get him nice and strong. I really do. Oh, come on, you can't miss like that. Disappointing. See, I've just got the issue that my virus can hit them, but the other two miss too much, which is a pain in the backside, really. Because they're both data, but we've got to deal with it. Been up and down this valley like 5 times today. It's crazy. Nice. Boom, please finish. Ah, come on. I know you're really weak, Andromon, in terms of attack, but you could have done better than that. Disappointed, buddy. Disappointed in you. Ah. But yeah, I did get my days mixed up on the podcast, so the podcast is actually tonight. It wasn't yesterday, like I thought it were going to be. I got the days mixed up. I ended up calling my friend and I was like, hey, yo, you ready for the podcast or not? He's like, what do you mean? It's not till tomorrow. I'm like, huh? No, it's tonight. It's Tuesday. He's like, no, it's Wednesday this week. I'm just like, oh dear. Spending bits adding Tetris to keys and these grinding Digimon. Depends. If a Digimon is really, really slow, such as Devimon. Devimon hits hard, great for farming these Bakumon. But he's just really slow, which is really letting him down and making it so that it takes me longer to kill Digimon, basically. So I did, but the reason why I put points into my Tyrannomon is because this is going to be my Master Tyrannomon and eventually my... Sorry, Metal Tyrannomon, then it's going to be Machinedramon. This is my Machinedramon Tyrannomon. 12% speed and strength as a base, which is fantastic. And then obviously I'm trying to fill these up with strength cubes. I did a little bit on this guy as well, because I thought that Meteormon would turn into Metaletamon, because that is quite a normal Digivolution path to have. Not in this game, unfortunately. So I kind of wasted my time on that. And then I did put a few into Gargemon, because Gargemon's just so weak. He's got no attack. No attack, no speed. So it just made things easier. Well, my other Digimon I haven't been putting anything into. Except from maybe if a Digimon's too slow, just so it can outspeed the Bakumon. What those green books you get from the login reward bag serve for? The green books allow you to get guaranteed stat blocks of a certain type. So for example, the brain one will give you guaranteed int blocks when you pay for blocks on the Tetris system. Yeah, I wanted Centaurusmon so I could get Andromon, but unfortunately I didn't get lucky enough. So I have a chance of getting Datamon, which I don't really want. I'd rather have Andromon, but it is what it is. Not much I can do about it. But yeah, so when you have books, they'll show up here. You can place them in there, and then when you pay for one of these, you get a guaranteed stat block of a certain kind, based on which book you use. This book's for speed, strength, int, defense, resistance. So, ideally, if you're really going for blocks to make your Digimon as strong as possible, you want to farm those from the Ice Mountain map here. Ron Digivolved to Unimon and Digivolved again to Unimon, but got bigger. Is that really a bad thing? You basically just got a mutant. The downside to your mutant is your mutant will stop at level 80, meaning you won't be able to get much use out of it in the human world. So, I would say it is a bad thing. If it became Pixiemon, it wouldn't have been such a bad thing. Your 2 Digimon turn level difference and one of buds that mess up the drop rate. It does mess up the drop rate. Let's say, for example, 3 of my Digimon were given 5% chance to get a Tetris block. If one of them went over in level, it may drop down to like 3% between them, because one of them is higher level. Just for an example. That's not the exact rate, but that's just the example that I have. Didn't I just Digivolve up and down? My brain is on something today. My brain is just really, really slow. I think I forgot to Digivolve up and down Iceman. Which is really bad. Right. So 1 to 70, 1 to 60. So yeah, I messed up a little bit. So let's fix that. I spent those purple elixirs to give XP for the main quest and those Digimon. Yeah, unfortunately it happens. Mutants are part of the game. Unfortunately. Should I start leveling him at level 15 and start investing into another third Digimon? My Edgemon Digivolved is Megadramon. He seems to not have a Mega Evolution implemented yet. So Megadramon actually holds one of the parts of Machinedramon, so I would definitely actually keep that. You can invest in it for the time being, of course, but I wouldn't really turn it into a Mega. I'd get a second one and then do it. Because if you sacrifice Megadramon, you get one of the pieces from Machinedramon, which you need to get yourself. You can't buy off the cash shop the first time around because you need the achievements for it. So, well, yeah, unfortunately, try and get a demutagen syringe. If you do the dungeons of the day, I don't know if it's Gear Savannah or this map, but one of them definitely does give a demutagen if I remember correctly. So you could fix your Unimon basically. And I know it's also used a lot of XP elixirs and whatnot, but the level stays when you demutant them. The level stays. No. Well, yes and no. So, unfortunately, you need to unmutant it to turn it into an ultimate form. So, let me give you a prime example. Where's my Blossomon? This is my Blossomon. Sunflowermon, sorry. My brain. Seriously, it's not working today. So, Sunflowermon is unfortunately a mutant champion. Instead of going ultimate, it turned champion. If I had a green syringe item, I could click this right here to turn it back into a normal champion, and then try and digivolve it into an ultimate. Mutants can't digivolve. This is my mutant Greymon. I have this specifically for grinding up lower level Digimon because champions require less EVP than ultimates do. But the mutant will never be as strong as the actual ultimate form. So it's useful in some capacities, but obviously that's something you want to go for late game with a really good Digimon that can grind up low levels really easily. Right now this kind of sucks for you, but through doing certain quests you'll get the green syringe item. I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like this. This is the green syringe. That unmutants your Digimon so it can digivolve again. You know, it's because I've had that happen first Pokemon. Wait, you didn't get Lalamon because that mutated Sunflowermon? That was my nightmare when I went to digivolve mine. Yeah, I do have 2 syringes. I could use it, but there's a reason why I'm not. Because if I get a Digimon that I really want, unfortunately turn into a mutant and not what I need, I can change that. Sunflowermon, I do want a Lalamon. Don't get me wrong. But there are other Digimon I am more interested in prioritizing right now. Such as Mega Digimon. Because Megas can still become a mutant whether you use an Evolutor or not. So that's why I'm saving my syringes for then, basically. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, if you go to that Elecmon, and you place your mutated Unimon inside, look for the syringe symbol, and click it. And it will ask you if you want to consume the syringe, and you click yes. It'll then turn back into normal Unimon, and then you can go to Bokumon and try and Digivolve it again. Hello, Steve. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, Piximon is one of the best data ultimates right now. In fact, I think it is the strongest data ultimate. Don't quite remember. Oh, so I can check. Give me a moment. Let's see. Yeah, Piximon is the strongest data ultimate right now. With 790 base attack. Well, actually, no. It's not. Animal Karimon has more strength. But Piximon has more speed, so it's basically second strongest. But yeah, Piximon is a fantastic data right now. Sorry, what did I have to use the syringe again? Elecmon and you did your baby island. Piximon is a mega ultimate. It does. I reckon it'll be Digimon. Because that's often what it turns into in some games. Digimon. But yeah, Elecmon right here on your Digibaby Island. I don't know what island you have. Elecmon will be somewhere else on it. But you go there. You slot your Digimon in to this section. Like I will do my Mon right here. Click on it. And there'll be a little syringe symbol which will pop up that I can click and basically revert it back to a normal Mon rookie, and then I can Digivolve it into champion. So I don't have any syringes on me currently. I'm not wasting it to show it off. Those islands random per player, so an upgrade system to them. Mine is different than yours. Completely random. Every character is a random generated out of the all the Digibaby Islands, basically island. It's randomly generated. So you could make 4 characters on like one area, for example, one server, and all of them could have potentially different Digibaby Islands. There is a way to change it through a ticket in the cash shop. But it's random what it turns into, so you don't even get to select it. You would have thought Omega was talking to us a Digimon world right from the beginning. Yeah, I mean, Digimon is really slept on because Digimon is unfortunately like a dead-end evolution. In a lot of the Digimon games, Digimon isn't that strong. And he has no basic, he has no Digivolution really. See, I thought it would have been a really cool idea when it came to Digimon to give him a Ultra form or something where he's essentially a very wise and ancient Digimon. You know? Because Digimon is very wise. He has lots of info, lots of knowledge on the digital world. He takes care of the baby Digimon. So, he could potentially turn into something that is very old and wise. Something akin to the Royal Knights, but not a Royal Knight, obviously. It could be something like one of the main pillars of knowledge or something in the digital world or something, you know? A very wise and ancient Digimon. It would have been so cool. But sadly, that's never happened. Because he could basically be a protector of the digital world to a degree, you know? Because he takes care of the babies, looks after them and stuff like that. It'd be the perfect kind of ending to it. Because the one thing that is with Digimon is you'll get Megas, and they can be incredibly popular. But there's always going to be like meta in the game where people have like, you know, Digimon that can fuse together and become something even better and stuff like that. They are left out of the meta. A lot of Digimon are just left out of the meta because they can't compete. Like you got a Megamon, Alphamon, or Ryukin, you know, like an ascended, basically, Mega form to a degree. Or, you know, they have a much stronger variant, but a lot of Digimon just get left behind at Mega and have nowhere to go. Funny way, Digimon doesn't appear in the anime. Actually, Digimon does appear in the anime. I'm pretty sure in Season 1, the Digidestined find Digimon, he tells them about the crests. With Old Med Genai or something. I think? I'm pretty sure they came across Digimon in Season 1. Or is it Season 2? Digimon. Let's have a look. Wikileaks says Tamers. Why am I remembering? Why is my brain remembering different then? I have no idea. Yeah, Digimon Tamers, yeah. No, Digimon Adventure. Unless that's the remake. I think that might be the remake of Season 1, potentially. Digimon works in Digimon School under attack alongside Babamon. He was the first to meet Tachi Wakamimi and Palmon, so he arrived what he expected to be Tennomon Village and put it into the school to the place where Tennomon had gone. Where he met with the two as they tried to abandon Digimon School at night and asked them to forgive Babamon for her harshness. Explaining that in the past, a very talented student succeeded in evolving into an ultimate, led to into a delinquent, and Babamon's failure to teach him how to properly use his powers led to his blame her own incompetence. The next day, Digimon was attacked after target practice by Bancho Mamemon. Yeah, that'll definitely be a remake. That's where I'm getting that from. Okay. Yeah. You saved them and trained them to help him take care of Devimon, but yeah, the thing that I find funny is, you know, obviously Piximon's an ultimate Digimon, Devimon's a champion Digimon, he basically just got erased. Like it was nothing. You know? It's like Leomon. Leomon is the literal Yamcha Yeah, they get Omegamon really early in the series. He's basically... Leomon is literally the Yamcha of the Digimon universe. Let's be honest. Every instance you see Leomon, he's getting messed up by somebody. He's getting beaten up or something. In every instance. Doesn't matter what form he's in, whether he's Saber Leomon or whatnot, he's getting his ass beat. I mean, even in Digimon Adventure Try, when something happened to Leomon, you even saw, you even saw the girl smiling. Like, I made a short on it, because she's literally grinning seeing Leomon in pain. One of the Digidestined, I think it's Kari. Kari smiles at it. You know? It's just, every iteration you see Leomon, he's just getting murked. And it's a shame, because I think Leomon's actually a really cool Digimon. I love the design for him. Fist of the Beast King looks sick. But, yeah, he just gets murked by everybody. It's just wild. Like, at what instance do you ever see Leomon in a positive light during a fight in the anime? Yeah, he dies in Try, if I remember it right. Yep, and then in Tamers as well. He was one of the Tamers Digimon. He got deleted by Beelzemon. Basically, she didn't get a Digimon until like way later in the series, and then they basically just axed him immediately with Beelzemon. Beelzemon just came in and just murks him. Like, they just beat the hell out of this guy, and I don't know why they hate Leomon so much. I mean, he even did Leomon dirty in this game. He slower than my Agumon as a rookie. You heard that right. My champion Leomon was slower than my rookie Agumon. It's ridiculous. He's even slower than Gomamon, who was like the slowest Digimon at the start, you know? One of the starters, but was incredibly slow. Yeah, his ultimate forms are a bit meh. Honestly. Pangemon's literally just Leomon, but blue. Ice Leomon, yeah. It's basically a recolor. And then, Mock Leomon. It's just not really that inspiring, but Boncho Leomon looks sick. I love Boncho Leomon. Boncho Leomon looks... Look, he's fly, he's got that drip, you know? Not to mention, he's one of the Digivolutions for Chaosmon. But yeah, they just really do Leomon dirty throughout the series. They really do. They just beat the shit out of him every time. It's like, why do you have a Vandera against him? Mad Leomon, Mad Leomon looks amazing. I love the design for Mad Leomon. He looks sick. Do we have Guilmon in this game? Not yet, but I reckon in the next few months we will. Because we've got Terriermon, we've got Renamon, we've now got Impmon in the cash tree right now. I reckon Cyberdramon's gonna come out for Devidramon's Digivolution. They're beginning to add a lot of Tamers Digimons to the game, so I reckon within the next few months we'll probably get Guilmon. How they'll implement it, I don't know, but hopefully it's just like an egg you can get in the cash shop when it first comes out, and then you get it through your Digimon, you know, essentially digivolving into it from a baby. But yeah, what most people don't actually know is Agumon was not Tai's original partner, by the way. It was actually Vmon. He had Vidramon instead of Greymon in the original manga before Digimon actually, you know, became an anime. Why can't we get Mad Leomon as possible Pokemon Digivolution at this point? Exactly, but they decided to make it so that you have to turn Impmon into it. Because Impmon turns into Mad Leomon, then Balmon, and then obviously after a while they'll have it turn into Beelzemon probably. But goodness knows how long we'll be waiting for that, because Doraemon still doesn't even have an ultimate yet, so maybe waiting a long time for that Mega. But I'm fairly confident Impmon is going to turn into Beelzemon, because it's a Tree of Gluttony, and it's the Demon Lord of Gluttony, Beelzemon. We got no Ice to... Right? We got no Ice Devamon, exactly. Maybe they'll come out of it eventually. I wonder whether they'll have... Actually, no. Iceman wouldn't turn into it. Possibly a Gotsumon evolution, I'd think. Maybe, potentially. I'm not too sure what the official line is. Purple Patamon, Tsukaimon, yeah. They might save Tsukaimon for one of the other Demon Lords. That's what I think they might do. Please tell me they did not just fight the level 47 by mistake. I hope not. We didn't. Good. Oh my gosh. That could have been bad. But yeah, I'm curious who Tsukaimon's going to turn into. Yeah, Witchmon is a thing. Though you don't really see it very often at all. It's a very, like, obscure Digimon that you never really see or hear about. You know? Same word as Wizardmon, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe she's also an OG Tamagotchi pet. I'm not too sure. Might be. Pardon me. One thing I am hoping for this game though is I hope they don't go too crazy with the meta stuff. Because it's so sad when you've just got tons of Digimon that are just a waste of time, that just never get used because they can't be used for in-game content, you know? I hope they make every stage have some value to a degree. Like stage-specific dungeons where you have to be a rookie or a champion or an ultimate or a mega to do them. And then you have like a dungeon that's separate for potentially, you know, when you've got your Jogress Digivolutions. Good topic for you to help us out. Which topic? Says Procedural, what's going to be the best Megas friend game? I mean, yeah. I just need more Evolutors. I just really don't have enough Evolutors. I really don't. So, basically, I've got to pick and choose which Digimon I turn into Mega very carefully. I mean, I've got an Evolutor just sat there, and that's obviously going to be for Machinedramon, 100%. But I do need to get more. I'm hoping by the time this month's grind is gone, I've got plenty of money so I can actually get some Evolutors from the market, maybe, or something, because it's going to be very important. The problem with the Evolutors is trying to get them, you have to basically use 3 different types of 0 units to make one. It's only a 10% chance, and it costs 50k per attempt at that 10% chance, which is ridiculous in my opinion. Not only that, even if you get the Evolutor, you're not guaranteed to get your Mega Digimon, because you can still get a mutant. Unlike the core items, where you can guarantee your Digimon full stop, the Evolutor doesn't do that. You still can get a mutant at the end of it all. 50k for a 10% chance, yes. which I think is BS. Should be at least 20%. So basically, it's going to be 500k because 1 in 10 chance to a degree. 500k bits just can be gone just like that, and you might not even get one. Okay, depends on your RNG. Yep. It's really bad. It should definitely be increased, 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Right, exactly. Give us a fragment to increase the chance every time we fail, definitely. That'd be great, but we don't. It's incredibly frustrating. Which is why I'd rather just literally buy one from the market sometimes. Yeah, the odds definitely need changing, 100%. 10% is ridiculously small, especially with the amount of bits it's going to cost you. Not to mention you probably spend tons of bits trying to get those stat cubes so you can reach the stat requirements to get the mega. On top of that, it's a whole slew of jangled up wires, basically. It's just a big giant mess. Yeah, they went on one of my videos, I remember that as well. I was incredibly miffed off about it. Because I was struggling to get money, you know, to be able to even roll for the chance at the time. And obviously there's ways to make better money now, but at the time, there weren't really that many great ways to make that much money. Unless you want to give up stuff that you need to sell it to another player, or you buy crowns and sell them. So, it made getting Evolutors just incredibly tedious and difficult. Plus, I have to use my Dungeon of the Days to even get the Rift items to trade in. The Dungeon of the Day data items to trade in for it. As well, rather than getting something that I might need. It just really annoyed me. And I think it's because of the cash shop. I feel like it was a sneaky decision to do. Lots of people would be more inclined to spend money on the cash shop. That's why they did it like that. But that's just my theory. See, I was worried when it came to Jogress of how that's going to work. Because if you actually add in Jogress into the equation, let's say we take Omegamon. When Omegamon comes out, obviously you're going to need a War Greymon, and you're going to need a Metal Garurumon. So I've had to get 2 Evolutors, hope I don't get a Mutant. That's cost me a shit ton of money. Getting the stats to get our Digimon has cost me a shit ton of money. For 2 separate Digimon. And then they could potentially turn into Jogress. But is that even going to be guaranteed or not? And from Sylphimon, by the looks of things, it's still a 50% chance with the ring. 50% chance you need the ring. And, you know, you might not even get your Jogress. So I'm interested to see how they're going to play that one. Because I know that will rile up the community if Omegamon gets basically screwed like that. Yeah, losing War Greymon and Metal Garurumon. Something you probably put tons of time and stuff into. And there will be a bit of an outrage, I reckon, if they do that. Because Omegamon is incredibly popular. Love it or hate it because it's overused and over-worshipped by a lot of people in some people's opinions. It's incredibly popular, you know? And that's going to rile up a lot of people. Probably come a level 100, maybe, yeah. But again, then they'd need to extend the level cap and add new areas into the game for grinding, so I don't know if they would do that. Actually, no, there's probably some level 95s you could grind off. They might do that, I might just extend it. Like, imagine failing 3 times in a row to try and get your Omegamon or something and losing like 3 Gabumon that you grown or something, or you know, Agamons that you grown to that because you just managed to get unlucky every time. Ooh. I'd be livid. Because I think the Jogress that you're trying to achieve will require strength stats from possibly both Digimon combined. I mean, I might be wrong on that. Maybe it's just one of the Digimon needs to have a certain stat requirement to do the Digivolution. You risk losing the other one. Or something. I don't know. Well, they might make it CD combined totals between both Digimon. I just hope we don't have to sacrifice a Digimon to get a part to get our Megamon. That'd suck even more. I mean, what are they going to do? Make it so you have to sacrifice a War Greymon and a freaking Metal Garurumon to get the pieces, and then you need like another War Greymon or something to then turn into a Digivolution? Like, I hope it's nothing like that. That's what I'm worried about. So hopefully they handle it with care. Because the community will be angry if they don't. Started playing the game 2 days ago and I've been having fun so far. Do you think it's a strong concurrent with DMO? Or will be after it releases to global? Honestly, I feel like Digimon Super Rumble in a lot of ways is better than DMO right now. It's just the one thing we really need is end game content to do. That's what they need to flush out. They need to add more stuff to do late game. Because it's fun grinding and all, but if that's all there is to do at the end of it, it's a very shallow end game experience because you're literally just doing the same thing over and over. You know? I mean, you technically are throughout the game as it is, when you're going through the story. But they need to add end game dungeons. They've added guilds to the game and stuff like that. Make guild content. Stuff for guilds to do together. Such as taking on a boss Digimon, having to do a certain amount of damage collectively as a guild, or something along those lines for a reward. Maybe have guilds compete with each other to a degree to get better rewards from it. Like if your guild ends up in the top like 3 on the leaderboard for fighting the boss Digimon in terms of the amount of damage that was dealt to it, you get better rewards than say Guild 4 got, you know? But make it so every guild can still earn something at least. It's still considered open beta. No! It turned into full release in November last year for Korea. They entered full release last year in Korea. In November. So a year ago. Which I think, still to this day, was way too soon. They need more in-game content for me to consider it a full release. And there just isn't that much right now. I mean, they got the infinite dungeon of the day that you can compete with other players for, but that's one thing, we need more. So, every 2 weeks you update the game, bringing new Digimon to the game. Sometimes they'll bring new events to the game with different things you can do, with different rewards you can earn. Essentially. But we need more permanent end-game content to do. We really do. Like, I've got some Digimon that are already Megas. Give me something to do with them. Besides farming over and over, of course. It sucks how weak Andromon is. So the thing is, there are certain events that people love, but they disappear after 2 weeks. Sometimes they'll let it stay for around a week longer or something like that. But as much as that's fun and keeps giving us new and different things to do, we need stuff that sticks around, not just goes away after 2 weeks. You know? So many events they can make permanent things where you can actually get rewards from them for doing them. You know? How do guilds work in this game? Do we get any sort of login rewards for being in ones and sort of boss and stuff like that? So, the guild system hasn't been flushed out that much. I'm not part of a guild, so I don't know everything that's available to you. But it is a great place to be with a bunch of different players because you got people you can talk to if you need help and things like that. So it's mainly social functions right now. Is what it's mainly used for. Sometimes people trade with other guild members rather than the market and things like that. Now the market's a thing that'll probably happen less, of course. But you'll have people you can possibly group up with to play the game with and things like that. But I'm not too sure what you get from being in a guild. Although I've never been part of one. I have the option to join one. There is a guild that I could potentially join, but because I've not had as much time to invest, I chose not to join the guild. Just because I don't want to take that spot from somebody else who might need it. You know, a new player or somebody like that. Who may need the help more than I do, you know? But they said it's a spot reserved for me. If I ever decide to join, they'll get me in. Which I really appreciate. But I just don't want to take up that slot if I've not got as much time to dedicate to the game. Because, you know, there's nothing worse than having somebody in your guild just taking up space who doesn't play the game. You know? Or doesn't really get on much. When there's people in the game who are on all the time and could really use the help from a guild. Like people giving them information, knowledge, things they can really benefit from. Yeah. And honestly, I'm not very social myself, really. Anxiety is a big thing that I always deal with. So, even when I'm in a guild, I tend not to talk much. Because I'm usually either just focusing on the game, or I just don't really know what to talk to people about. You know, my social anxiety is going off and I'm like, do I talk to people just randomly, or do I not? You know. I mean, I'm definitely more of a reactive conversationalist. So I'm not the best at starting conversations. It's easier when people start one with me, and then I find it more comfortable. Because when I try and start a conversation, I'm sat there thinking in my head, am I pestering them? Am I bothering them? I'll have all those things flying through my head. Are we going to get on? Are they not going to like me? Blah, blah, blah. That will start fluttering through my head. But if somebody speaks to me first, it shows they're interested in having a conversation with me. So it's a lot less anxiety-inducing for me that way. So I'm not the type of person who will just start talking in chat that much. It's mainly so when people address me, like I'll talk to them kind of sort of thing. Because this is the way my anxiety is. What is the emblazed title above my character's name? So, whenever you complete the quest in a certain area, starting with Infinite Mountain. So when you first do Infinite Mountain and you complete it, you'll get a title above your head, basically saying you've cleared that content. You can change your titles here. You'll have to use a translator to see what they say. But essentially, because I've beat the real copy world, which is basically the human world, part 1 and part 2, I now have this above my head to signify I've completed all the main story quests there. So it's more so a completionist title. Some people have stuff from doing artwork and getting rewards whenever there's like a event kind of thing going on where, you know, you can potentially submit a drawing or something, get a special title from it. Some people have titles that you won't be able to get. Like, some people have titles from being veteran accounts, basically, were around since day one, that just aren't available anymore because obviously we're not day one players. We didn't start when the game first came out, so we'll never get that title. And certain achievements in the game will reward you with titles you can put above your head. So, like for example, if you fight, I believe it's 10,000 or something level 22 Digimon, you know, the ones everybody gets EVP back from, you get a title called Squeak above your head, which I actually have. So, I'm not too sure what other Digimon give other titles and whatnot, but I know Digimon definitely does. I'm fighting enough of them. But sometimes you won't get the achievement. Sorry, not. You'll get the achievement, but you won't get the title thing right away that you can slot on. Sometimes you actually get an item in your inventory that you need to use, which will look like a piece of paper with scribbles on it that will enable you to use the title. Because when I beat the real copy world, I was confused. I was like, hang on, why can't I put my title above my head? I've completed the story, I've done all the yellow quests, I checked and everything. I was like, why don't I have it? It's because in my inventory I had a slip of paper with some scribbles on it, and that was the title. I had to activate it to use it. And I'm sure there's titles for playing PvP and doing so well in it as well, probably. I think people will probably also have a title from doing the Infinite of the Day thing, maybe. For those wins cosmetic only, they give you some sort of buff. Completely cosmetic. All costume pieces in the game are completely cosmetic. So all outfits you can get don't give you any benefit, which is the way it should be. I don't like pay-to-win clothing like DMO has. It's so stupid, because instead of, like, building a good system and then going, oh, well, you can get some clothes that give you a buff, what they'll do is they'll sacrifice the experience for the sake of making you require that buff. Like in DMO, how you move at, like, 2 miles per hour unless you have all the soccer stuff on and whatnot. It's just so stupid. The pay-to-win outfit that expires after 30 days. Ridiculous, you know? It's just a cash grab, and they diminish the experience for the sake of slopping those in. But all the outfits in this game are completely cosmetic. So, I actually like that, because that's fair. Yeah, bonus XP, other stats, all sorts. It was pretty much mandatory to have it, or you're just going to be much worse off. It was terrible. I mean, for me, when it comes to microtransactions, I'm fine with microtransactions if it's one of two things. One, I don't mind microtransactions if everything is able to be earned fairly without needing to spend money. And two, if it's completely cosmetic. It gives no benefit. I'm fine with those kind of microtransactions. Within reason. Because I like the option to spend money. I don't like game companies forcing their hand in my pocket and saying, you have to spend this money or you're not going to enjoy yourself. I cannot stand that. That makes me so angry about games these days. And so many games are adopting this business model. And it's disgusting. I mean, you'd like Call of Duty charging you for a red dot sight, something that's been in every Call of Duty game. Luckily, I wasn't playing Call of Duty at this point, but still. That's disgusting. So it's been in every Call of Duty game, pretty much every gun game. Oh, you have to buy it with real money for a red dot sight? Are you kidding me? Nah. Are there membership-like products in this game, like boosters and other buffs that affect your player power? No. And yes. The reason why I'll explain in a moment. So, there are no items which boost your power that you can buy. For example, I have these potions right here. They are not buyable on the cash shop. This is from an event that I got these. And they can boost me for a certain amount of time. You cannot buy this in the cash shop, so there's no boost that is available to only people who pay money. This was an event-based thing. I can't get any more of these. Once they're gone, they're gone. Because there is no way of getting them. But you can get boosts like these. Such as double money, EVP cut in half. That obviously can make a difference. You also got movement speed, a magnet which picks stuff up for you automatically, so you have to run around picking it all up. So, also 2 times faster fights. There are boosts which can affect your progression. You can buy these from other players if you get enough money. In games such as bits, you know, with bits and whatnot. You can buy one from another player potentially. But it only gives you just better ways to farm, faster fights and things like that. So, a bit faster progression. But I am not stronger than you because I have these boosts in any way. It just means I can farm more efficiently than you. Because I can do double the fights before I have to get EVP back. I get more money and things like that. But these are completely obtainable by buying them from another player who spends money on crowns. So, you're not really restricted and forced to spend money. It's just, honestly, it's not really worth using it till late game. Like, the only reason why I'm using it is because I'm trying to farm the Andromon Rifts items. That's the reason why I've popped mine. Really, I should be using it for specifically late game farming, because that's when I get the maximum value of it. I'll earn enough bits back to buy another one, and also have profit for myself. Late game. But right now, the current state right now where I'm at, you know, in terms of like, I'm farming these rift items, the drop items make a big difference. It's incredibly rare to get a rift item as it is. I don't know what the chance is. Maybe it's like 1 to 3% or something. I don't know what the chance is. You get 20% extra chance for the item. And that's not additive, that's multiplicative. Let's see if I got that backwards. Alright, best way I can think to explain it, because my brain's struggling right now. The best way I can really think to explain it. So, instead of it being like, let's say it's 3%. The 20% doesn't make me 23% chance to drop it. It will instead be 20% of 3% added on. Essentially. That's the way it works. Much easier for me to explain it that way than try and define it the other way for me, my brain, my learning disabilities and whatnot. But it does make a difference. It really does. So that's why I popped it, because I know I'm going to end up with more money to buy another one from another player. By the time I'm at the end of the grind, I'll have enough bits in game to go to another player and say, hey, I'd like to buy this item. And I can get that item. Or look for it on the market. So the way to port to the main capital is Starter Village. I've been porting to those closed nodes and going by feet. So the Starter Village, literally, it's right here. The fast travel point, right here. So, basically, you teleport there you are, you're in the Starter Village. Right in the center of it. Yeah, the maps at first can be very confusing at first. I mean, even I sometimes still make mistakes now and then. But generally, I try and identify a certain letter of the Korean alphabet, which usually helps me out. I try and memorize the way it looks, and as time goes on, you'll remember. So, for example, I know this is the second map because it looks like there's like a number 2 up here, for example. So I know this is the second map with its own selection. When it comes to the first area, I look for this, looks like a tiny hut kind of thing, so I know that's Dragon's Eye Lake, for example. This is going to be desert, Server Desert, not Server Desert. Gear Savannah, sorry, my brain. Honestly, my brain's terrible today. I know the smallest amount of text is Infinite Mountain. So, that's basically how I start to memorize. Is I look for key defining features of that line, so I know what map is what. Even sometimes my brain just gets confused. But it is what it is. Yeah. Same with items. Yeah. Generally, just trying to find something recognizable and try and memorize that, rather than looking at the whole text as a whole. Memorize something about the text, rather than the actual text itself. It's the best way I can describe it. Look for things that look familiar to you. Because I don't speak any Korean. It's just through experience of playing the game and using translators in the past that I kind of know my way around the game. It just literally just takes a little bit of time. Bit of experience. You've been playing for how long now? 2 days or so? More? So you're still relatively new, so it's going to be more of a confusion to you now. But give it a week or so, and you'll probably have it down, you know? A bit better, and as time goes on, you'll always improve, because you'll be able to notice more and more things. What is that child laughter that you hear sometimes in there? So usually it's either one or two things. It's somebody's Digimon, or it might be the baby Digimon around the area, or possibly a cube. Sometimes you'll get different sounds. I think it might be Wanyamon. Honestly, I think that might be who's making the noise. I don't see any Digimon whose voice would match that kind of noise. I mean, I know it's not Gaburimon. I know it's not Bakumon because they've been around enough. Somon doesn't laugh like that. So, I'm honestly convinced it's Wanyamon that does the little child laughter thing. Or potentially a cube, but I don't see a cube around here. I don't think there is one, but you know, could be possibly hidden in the grass. Maybe I just not noticed it, or over here. Yeah, honestly, I'm convinced it's Wanyamon. Yeah. Near the Woodman. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I really don't. I mean, I don't know. When I do the video on collecting all the cubes in this area, all the blue collectible cubes, we'll see if I still hear the noise. If I do... Okay, where... Okay, that's starting to irritate me now. You pointed it out. I just ignored it. It just blended into the background for me. But now I'm like, I really want to know who's making it. Now I really want to know. I know it's not my Tyrannomon. Very sauce. I don't know. See, the thing is, the cubes sound different. Usually when I'm near a cube. It's not just because I'm running around this area, so I'd be running near a cube to set it off. You know what? I'm gonna watch Wanyamon. Maybe it's really haunted, that place, maybe. I'm gonna watch it and see if it does any movement when the sound plays. Maybe that might be an indicator. Come on, make a noise, Wanyamon. We're waiting. I definitely sounded louder. So I think it is definitely Wanyamon just making the noise. I really do think that's what it is. Interested. Interesting. Yeah, I just ignored it, you know, it's mainly background noise, and when you pointed it out, it just then started to be like, wait, what is doing that? I guess my brain's just too focused on grinding right now. It's just kind of being blanked out. Boom. Finish. There we go, lovely. They're the same in the Woodmon area, but there's no NPC there. Yeah, maybe it's just the map plan. Maybe. Interesting, to be sure. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Yeah, maybe. Unless it's on top of the rock and there's a way to get up there, maybe. I don't know. Grr, it's gonna irritate me now. I wanna know. I wanna know. Will you show me? That's just playing in my head now. What should be like a blue cube up on top of this rock or something? You just can't tell. Because you can't look up. And there's like a secret way to get to it or something. Okay, I need to grind. I need to grind. I'm not trying to find it because it's going to drive me nuts. If I can't find it, I'm going to be like, where the frick is it? Ah! Yeah, maybe it's just part of the background. It just triggers every now and then to make you think like you're being watched and something's giggling about you. It's like, ha ha ha, look what he's doing. I'm watching you. Yeah, the spooks maybe, yeah. I remember when, you know, I used to play World of Warcraft and people used to have that plant pet that would follow them around. And it would make like a childlike voice, and I used to sit there thinking, what the hell is that? Like, it used to make me sit there questioning, you know, am I just hearing things? Because most of the pets didn't really make a noise, but then that flower did all the time. Like a childlike voice. Yeah, probably for the spooks. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, child laughter, if it's done right in certain horror games and things like that, and even in some movies, can be pretty spooky. I imagine walking around in an abandoned building and all you're hearing is a child's voice just singing a song or something. It's creepy. I think there is a cube around here, actually, you know. I'm convinced there's a cube around here somewhere. Sometimes when I run through this area, sometimes when you're near a cube, you hear that woo woo noise. And that usually means you're near a cube. So there's a cube somewhere, I just don't know where. Yeah, I think it's a cube, actually. Somewhere. I'll find it eventually. I'll find it eventually. I'm just, I really need to get on with this grind. I got limited time. So yeah, there's definitely a cube very well hidden around here somewhere. Very sneaky. But we're just struggling to locate. Yeah, it's definitely a cube. Convinced. It's just usually, like, when you're near a cube, it's more of a different tone. Like, kind of noise. Rather than, you know, it's a different, completely different tone. It's a completely different tone when you get really up to them. Yeah, I don't know. It's also a lot harder for me to see around because I've also got chat over my game window. Oh, there! There's the cube! Found it! It's a bloody cube! Right here. There we go. Definitely it. Right there. Cheeky bagger. Giggling at me. This whole entire time. Interesting. So I need to make note of that for my mental memory. So coming down here, you got these two rocks. I'll run over here. Oh, there it is. Near this tree. That tree. Got it. Got it. Yep, we found it. We found it. We did it. We did it. We found the hidden cube. Isn't that wonderful? Now then, I, Digimon, will instruct you to continue to grind. You and your Digimon must farm more of those rifts. Must be one in the Woodmon area too, yeah, most likely. So, we've figured out the noise and where it comes from. That's a fun little treasure hunt. You know? Fun little treasure hunt. It was a nice distraction. A frustrating distraction because obviously struggling to find it, but it's still fun. It's like, where the hell is that bloody thing? Where's it coming from? I want to know. Where are you? Yeah, definitely need more collectibles in the world hidden in places. It'd be great. Kaboom. Kaboom. But yeah, it's going to be fun when I have to hunt all those down and try and do the video. That's going to be a fun time. Oh no, I might do it within the next few days, maybe, get the video done. Won't be tonight or tomorrow. Because tomorrow, I've been informed I've got nothing to do. So there should be no reason why I can't get a long day worth of streaming done. Because, yeah. Maybe I might do it on Friday. Friday or Saturday. No, I can't on Friday. I've got my D&D game. I mean, technically I could. Maybe Saturday. We'll see. Either Friday or Saturday I'll do the video for the cubes for this map. Unfortunately, from there, I'm not going to be able to do some of the others as much. The reason being is because some are locked behind side quests. So some are completely unobtainable unless you do the side quests. And because I haven't done all the side quests, there's some that I can't do. But the second I get the ability to, I will do, obviously, Final Valley, and I think I could do Final Valleys. I don't think any of them are locked behind the side quest for me. I think I can get all Final Valleys. It's just the Human World Part 1 and Part 2, I won't be able to because I haven't done all the side quests in. So that'll be a longer time for me to do that guide, basically, unfortunately. That's just the way it is. But I've got this long grind ahead of me where I'm doing other things first. Once I'm done with all these Digimon, I've got all the Rift items I can get. For the Andromon race, so I'll then be moving on to grinding these Digimon up at Digimon and trying to get the Skull Greymon rifts. And from there, I'll then finish all the side quests in Final Valley along the way, essentially. I'll just save my teams that I'm going to use till last, once everything's done. Because once I run out of Digimon to grind up, essentially, and try and farm these rifts, there's nothing to do but push forward. Then I'll be able to use my 60% plus Lady Devimons and Andromons and get their third partner up there with them in terms of the level so they can play with them and do the quests with me so I can do the human world and all that, side quests, things of that nature. And then maybe once I'm finished doing the side quests, if I still have the boosts, or if my boosts start to run out before then, which I doubt, but might happen, I will save a stream for strictly doing nothing but the rifts. So I'll have a full-on stream where I just do both the Skull Greymon and the Andromon rifts, and I'll just smash them out of the park. Get them all done, and we'll see if we can get the Andromon item, because that'll be absolutely fantastic for sure. The disc gets an HD, serve only on NPCs a bit. So, the discs are used for crafting as well. Not only are they a source of money, but you will need them to craft, to get your crafting up once your crafting gets higher. And, you know, different ones require different USBs, for example. So, they are used for leveling crafting, as you can see. Bear that in mind. So, here's what I did. When I started getting the 10k USBs, I stored 30 of them in my storage and started selling the others until I was ready to do the crafting, because that got me to the point I am at now. Yeah, there's a crafting system. So, originally you'll start off with the lowest forms of food. You craft into other food items, and as you do more, your crafting will level up and you'll unlock new recipes that you have to do. I do have a guide video on crafting if you want to check that out. I also go over where you can do crafting while leveling in my leveling 1 to 90 guide. So if you want to see basically how to level up and go through the story at the same time as getting your crafting up, I advise checking it out, because I'll tell you where to go, what to fight, etc, etc. and how many of the items you'll need to farm from each Digimon to get to the next crafting stage. I can't remember them off the top of my head right now, because that was months ago. Actually, no, almost a year ago or something. I don't know, half a year to a year ago. So I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's in my videos. So yeah, just check out my crafting guide, or check out my 1 to 90 where to grind guide, where I'll actually show you where to get your crafting leveled up while you're playing through the game. And I highly recommend doing that rather than saving it till after you've gotten further in the game. Because, unfortunately, before you wasn't really pressured to. But now once you complete the first half of the human world, you get the Evolutor recipe. Unless your crafting level is high enough, you cannot use the Evolutor recipe and learn how to make it. So, I think it's like 110, 115 or something requirement. I'm up to 120 right now. So, you need that to be able to use the recipe so you can craft Evolutors, which are needed for your Megas. That's why in those guides are recommending people do your crafting as you level through the game. Because it will pay off in the long run. Once it's done, it's done. At the end of the day, it looks like a chore. It does take a while. But once it's done, you don't have to do it again. And you'll get to the point where you start having to form ultimate cubes, which you'll need to do late game anyway, to get your ultimates as strong as possible, to then make mega cubes to get your megas as strong as possible. So it's very integral to the game now. It never used to be. Like, crafting was just a thing they added. It didn't really have much of a purpose in the game, but they flushed out into part of the game's system that is something that needs to be done. You can't neglect it, unfortunately. I mean, I don't mind the crafting at the same time. It just takes a while to farm the pieces to level your crafting. That's the only gripe I really have. Like, the most time-consuming part of the grind for me when it came to crafting was getting the Woodmon arms and the Soulmon hat. And I believe it was making the EVP chip items. They've gone. Wait, what? Where'd they go? Did they remove the recipe? I'm slightly confused. Or have I just scrolled past it? Oh, it's up at the top. Yeah, I'll scroll past it. And getting the Waspmon antennas. That was the most monotonous part of it. Mainly the Soulmon and the Waspmon antennas. The problem is you need to fight specific leveled Waspmon and Funbeamon, Candlemon and Agurumon to get the drops. I can't go to a level 60 Waspmon and start farming it to try and get these drops. It doesn't drop these. So it needs to be the ones in Server Desert area. And the Soulmon needs to be the Soulmon around here that drop the hat for them, obviously. And the Woodmon that are at the start of the map as well for the arms. Also, a key point to mention, if the name of the item you're trying to craft is yellow, it will give you crafting XP. Once it turns white, you will no longer get XP from crafting that particular item. You'll have to look for your next unlock in the crafting tree. And also, pay attention to your inventory, because you will get recipes in your inventory when you reach certain crafting levels, which will give you the crafting recipe to continue leveling it. Yeah, the internet takes a while, but it does get you to the level that you need to be to progress through the story. Especially if you've gone from taking care of the Funbimon, the Hagurumon, and the Candlemon. Then you take care of all those, get enough of them that I see in the video, and you can then basically be at a level that you can pretty much get through pretty much most of this map without any issue. And get to all the best grinding spots and whatnot, so... Annoying as it was, 100% worth it. Because by the time you've done that, you'll be getting items in this area. And by the time you're done with the items in this area, you'll be at the point where you get stuff from... Silver Desert and Final Valley. To continue crafting, so it all works out in the end. So the annoying thing was, originally, if you were far into the game, having to go back and do the crafting. Because the advantage that new players had was new players would come in and they'd be at that part of the game. So they're most likely to get those items naturally through playing the game. They won't get all of them that they need, but they'll get a good amount of them. But when you're late game, you don't have to go back to like a level 10 to 15 area and start fighting there. Because you lose on so much time and money, you know? At that point, you want to be farming stuff that you need at your level. So it was a lot worse for those players than the newer ones, honestly. Because crafting wasn't in the game until around November last year. It never used to really be a thing. And they just suddenly implemented it one day, and now it's tied into progression. Well, that was years after the game had been out, so... Okay. But yeah, I had a complete dry streak yesterday, and I managed to get 3 rift items at the end. The day before that, I had a complete dry streak, and then right at the end, I managed to get 2 within a short amount of time, which was amazing. So I'm hoping today yields similar luck. I hope I get at least 2 rift items by the time I'm done with this grind. That'd be fantastic. So again, on the main scenario quest is weird. It's killed a level 62 Devimon and now killing level 48 Gazimons. Yeah, it's just the way it is. You will have gotten a new Digi Baby Egg, by the way. Check your mail for rewards. You'll get a free guaranteed Digi Egg. I don't have the name of all the translations for them all, other than the starters. But you can basically get any starter you want right now, or a large number of Digimon that you want. Free that egg on your Digibaby Island if you get a slot for it to hatch in. After you beat Devimon, that's what you get. You get a egg sack. It's got, I don't know, like 20 odd eggs in it. Kind of like how Andromon gave you that egg basket in the early parts of the game. But this one has more eggs to it. You got a Betamon from it. Guess you chose a Betamon egg then. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember what I hatched from mine. I think I got me either a Palmon or a Gomamon. I think I got me a Gomamon from mine. Well, I specifically chose that egg on purpose. Because I was trying to get all the starters. Which is annoying because I really want a Tentomon. It's the only starter I haven't got. I want him to give me another free egg basket. So I could get me a Tentomon. And then I finally got Tentomon. Because the only starter I haven't been able to get a hold of. At all. I've only ever had one Gomamon. I've had a few Palmons. I've had like 2 Patamons. But Tentomon is just no. I've had 3 Agamons at this point. About 6 bloody Gabumons. 5 or 6 Gabumons or something. But Tentomon is just like, nah bro, you're not having me. I'm hiding from you. It's like, why? Why do this? Well, it is what it is. Kaboom. Pew pew. Take off the damage of. Tentomon's are too busy, ended up in my cribs. Yeah, I know, right? So mean. The Digimon I've had the most of, though, is definitely Buddy Fun Beam Online. I've had about 15 Fun Beamon eggs. I'm not even exaggerating. It got to the point where I just deleted them all because I was so sick of getting the bloody Digimon. Like, I'd get the baby hatching out of an egg and I'd delete it. You know, I'd kill it off on purpose. Because I just didn't want it because I was sick of getting them. And then the irony is, apparently, Cannon Beamons are great against Blossomon to use, so I kind of need a second one of those now. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind so much if there was some other options for what I turn into. Because Flymon doesn't really turn into anything I need. I don't know if Flymon even has a Digivolution. Other than Cannon Beamon. Which is the exact same Digivolution that Waspmon gives me. I think so. I think I'm right on that. Unless they've changed it recently with some of the Digivolutions and maybe Arukenimon. I know Kugamon definitely turns into them. Arukenimon, but I don't know if Flymon does. But yeah. They pretty much turn into the same bloody thing. I mean, I suppose it's a guaranteed line to Tiger Vespermon either way, but still. Come on now. Not cool. But yeah, once these baby Digimon hatch tomorrow, I'm hatching some more. And I really, really am hoping that I get the Violet Electron finally. Like, above all other Digimon, it's what I want the most. Because I want my Machinedramon. I need it. It's not a want, it's a need. I need it. Unfortunately. It's the only way to get Machinedramon, so it's a need, not a want. The game just will not give me the bloody thing. So rude. You. There you are. Markham. Put him in the place. Oh yeah. That's what we love to see. Finish him off. There you go. Boom. Take it. Kaboom. Very good. So the one thing I want to know is, what are they planning to do with mutants in the future? Like, is there going to be the ability to use mutants? Kind of like how you get, you know, like how in DMO you've got the sizes of your Digimon. So you get like 5-5, 4-5, 3-5, 2-5, whatever it is. Maybe it might have something correlating to that, like mutants will eventually be able to digivolve in the future, and mutant is like what you want from a Digimon. And we're spending all this time using up items to cancel it, and then it's probably we're gonna end up finding out that, oh, well, it turns out having a mutant was what you wanted all along. Why do I get the feeling something like that's gonna happen? I mean, I could be completely wrong. I could be talking out my arse. Complete speculation. But who knows? Maybe so for that 5% chance, yeah. I'd be so upset if they did that. But then I suppose they'd need to introduce an item to turn your Digimon into a mutant. Willingly. If they did that. Because players will complain about that, probably. So, you know, I've put all this time and effort into this Digimon and made it so strong, and it turns out I can't even get a mutant. Which is stronger. after all my work. They would need to add something to turn you into a mutant. Taketh the damageth. Oh. Can't you choose with a complete Digicore already? I don't think you... Can you? Can you decide to become a mutant guaranteed? I never tried to do that, so... I guess you technically... Actually, yeah, you could. Yes, you can! Because that's how I guaranteed my mutant Greymon. Damn, my memory is terrible. That's how I got my mutant Greymon. I chose to turn it into a mutant. For the sake of grinding low levels up. So yeah, you can. Yeah, I don't know why. I completely forgot about that. It was just like, oh, can you do that? Oh, you actually can, yeah. Well, the only issue is you can't go back once you digivolve. So let's say you had a... Let's say you had a Geograph Digimon like Omegamon, for example. All leveled up, got the perfect stats, so then it's like, oh, well, you can get a mutant one now in the game, which is better. You can't digivolve again, so you'd essentially be stuck. Mutants do cap. The mutant can make it to the next level range that its next form would be able to reach, but not go any further. For the most part, such as a mutant rookie can go up to level 50. The mutant champion, like my Greymon there, can go up to level 18 and it can't go any higher. So mutants do actually cap them. It's just this will never be as strong as Metal Greymon with the same stats. It's just the benefit of the EVP being much cheaper for me when grinding. So it takes me much less time for me to grind up Digimon. Yeah. That's the whole reason why I have that Mutant Greymon around. Because basically, any baby Digimon, if I don't have XP potions, I can sit there at Gazumon and I can one-shot them with my basic attack. Greymon will be the only Digimon that gets targeted. So all my lower levels level up for free, basically. And then I can also use it to one-shot the Chumon as well. In Shogun Gekumon's Palace. So I can basically grind up my Digimon to level 75 using a champion Digimon like Mutant Greymon to get in 100 fights. So I get more XP overall than, say, 30 fights I get out of an ultimate. Which means I don't have to go to Chumon as often when grinding them up. So mutants are good for that purpose. But that's pretty much it. Oh wait, we're out of EVP. I just realised. Well, EVP time. Our favourite part. You ready for the most action-packed, amazing part of the stream? The best thing to do ever in the game. So fantastic. We're going to go do the best content available in this game. Send a Chumon to get EVP back for half an hour. Yeah! Not being able to play the game. It's awesome! I hate this part. Very nice. So this is our live for 30 minutes. Digimon best content. Exactly. It's the most fantastic content in the game. That's strange how any aggressive mob that has the potential to be AFK gives no XP. They used to. No drops. Oh, yeah. They used to give drops. But the problem, if I remember correctly, they used to. But they removed it because people was just sitting there at Digimon getting free farm, basically. They didn't have to play the game. They could just leave their game on for 12 hours, come back to it the next day. They've earned a bunch of money for sitting at Digimon doing nothing. So they removed it from the game because people were taking advantage of it. So you used to actually get drops from it. Yeah. See, I understand Digimon. See, the thing is, they do actually still give drops. Red Digimon can still drop their core item. So you know the Digicores that have the little portrait of them? They can still drop those. But obviously not these Digimon, but some throughout the story, such as Phantomon, when you come across Red Phantomon, as part of the main story, he can drop his core item. But the Digimons never do. Yeah, they have a catch now to verify you're not botting, yeah. I mean, I've not actually seen anybody bot. But the capture system used to be a lot worse in the past. I hated it. Because I would sometimes leave my game on like this and farm XP. Basically, back when it used to be 10 levels for the XP. And obviously, you know, I'd leave the game on and go to sleep so I can grind up a Digimon, you know? Like, well, I'll leave my guy here at Digimon, I'll go to sleep for like 6 hours, and I'll wake up. My Digimon should be level 35 by then or something, right? You know, 32 by then. And then it would obviously cut me off because the capture system pops up and the Digimon won't run at you while it's up on your screen. But it's a lot better now. It doesn't pop up anywhere nearly as often. But of course you can only go up 5 levels before you start to drastically lose XP, so... It is one of those. But yeah, unfortunately I do need to go to the toilet. So I'll be right back as soon as I can. So while these guys get EVP, I will be back. Because they build bond for your Digimon, and not only that, you also get your EVP back in the really weak. So my EVP is going back up fighting them in rookie form and I can one-shot them. Very easy way of getting your EVP back without having to put in any effort. Because they just keep running at you over and over. It's also a good way to get your bond up without having to do any input either. Because in order to get 1% bond, which is this, you need to do 1,000 fights. Which is crazy. But anyway, yeah, I really need to go to the toilet. I'll be right back. it on, so you guys at least have something to see. Okay, I'm back. That's what I miss. What does Bond serve for? Bond is needed to obtain certain Digivolutions. For example, Andromon needs Bond to a certain amount. Titamon requires 6.666% Bond to turn into Titamon. Digimon, sorry, requires that much. So Bond is needed for certain Digivolutions. Oh no, don't fall over. Right out loud. Almost full EVP. Need to move my mic into a better position real quick. There we go. Now you should be able to hear me better. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. But, yeah, Bond is definitely needed for, I think it's also needed for Machinedramon as well, if I remember correctly. Almost back to full EVP. Should be about 2 more Digimon fights and I'll be back to full. So that's good. One more. LMAO, I'm gonna cry. That's 3 Kuramon so far, and all 3 evolved into Agumon. Well, the bright side is you've got an Agumon you can use. You've got a spare Agumon you can turn into Metal Greymon in order to get the piece of Machinedramon, so it's actually a good thing. And you got a spare one to do what you want with. I'm guessing I've got something I can get from Digibaby Island. I mean, you could potentially go for a Skull Greymon even with the third Agumon if you wanted to. I don't know who that's going to turn into in the future, but my fingers are crossed it's Blackwall Greymon. But yeah, the Bond is useful for certain Digimon attaining their Digivolutions. So let me show you what I mean. So for Andromon to turn into either of these, you need 14% Bond. Means you have to do 14,000 fights with this Digimon in order to be able to obtain these forms. And that's not talking about 14,000 with Andromon, it's talking about that Digimon as a whole, from when it was a rookie up until that point. You need to just keep fighting, get this up to be able to attain Andromon or Machinedramon. Yeah, Skull Greymon, definitely very strong, but also very slow, but his power is crazy. So, definitely a fantastic virus to use. Just like I said, the only issue behind it is literally the speed of the Digimon. So a lot of enemies will go first before you do. But you'll be able to hit them back really hard. Right. So that's all that taken care of. We can go back to the grind against the Bakamon. Gets 43. Should be great. I've already got one rift item today, which is great. Got 3 this morning. I got 1 now. Hopefully we can get another one before we hit 43. Fingers crossed. I mean, we did get 3 last night. I had a complete dry streak the whole entire time and got 3 of them in a short amount of time. So, yeah. Here's hoping. But I know I'm definitely going to have over 50 Andromon rifts. Detectors to use by the time I'm finished with all the Wasmon for sure. Because I'm already at 30 odd now and I've got like, what, 8 teams to grind against those. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna be good in that front. So, with at least 50 of the rifts, surely I should get an Andromon piece for the Machinedramon. Surely. Pardon me. Oh, that was horrible. Boom. Ooh, it's a crit. Let's go, Andromon. Wipe them out faster. That's the way to go. Ah, come on, don't miss. Got it. Definitely looking forward to getting my Metal Tower Animon now. It's gonna be great. Boom. Oh, you missed the second one. Nice. Oh dear. We're out of SP for 2 of them. Boom, boom. Hey. Yes, we hear you giggling, little cube. We found you earlier. We'll be getting you soon. Yeah. For those of you who were just tuning in earlier, we were wondering where the giggling was coming from. We went on a little treasure hunt to try and find where the blue cube is. We were sort of like, where's the child laughter coming from? We went for a little hunt for it. And it was a fun little hunt. And we eventually figured out where it were. Which is important for me to know when I do my guide on all the blue cube locations inside of Infinite Mountain. So it's good that I found it now, because I at least know where one definitely is, you know. Which will make doing the video much easier, but I'll probably do that on Saturday. And I'll show you where to get all the blue collectible cubes on this map or something. Do it. Lovely. Hey, leveled up. 3 HP and SP restore. Oh yeah. We'll take it. Really now? Ah, we got a crit in the first hit, but not the second one. Pretty good number. Blast that one. Oh, it lived! No way! That was unexpected. Damn. Where's the level 37s? Come here. Stop running. Nice. Right. Let's go to a spot where there's more of them. So I'm not having to run as far to find them. Right. I'm going to be calling the stream to a close here. Because the person I'm doing the podcast with needs to talk to me about something. So, unfortunately, I will be cutting this stream a little bit short. I might stream after I'm done on the podcast. If you're interested, link is in the description. We're discussing, are we in a simulation? Is the Matrix real? We discuss things like paranormal, aliens, myths and legends, AI. We've had multiple discussions on the podcast. That's going on in an hour and a half from now, pretty much. So if you're interested, come and tune in. If you enjoyed today's stream, don't forget to hit the like button. I apologize, it's a little bit short. I will stream afterwards, probably. But I am going to call it here because we need to discuss a few things before today's show. So, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.